thanking Jess's family and Adam's family for any participation, help, and support they had to make this possible. In particular to Mr. and Mrs. Vashon, Joni, and Paul, thank you for last night's dinner. Having my daughters meet you guys for the first time meant the world to me, and I'm truly blessed for that, and thank you for that dinner. I also like to start off by stating the obvious, which deserves a round of applause, how absolutely stunning Jess looks tonight. My name is Kirk Madison. I'm a longtime best friend to Adam, and I apologize if this is too long or short, but start with my brief qualifications of why I deserve such an honor to stand up here. I've known Adam for 23 years. I've traveled all over the country with Adam. I've been to Mexico with Adam 5 times. I lived with him long enough so I actually remember sitting down and Googling the definition of common law marriage. And after Googling that, we decided to buy a cat together. We bought a dog together, where's my buddy at, Brandon? And the number one reason why I can stand up here above anybody else here is we survived a flea infestation at our house in Warrensburg. It was hard enough for us to have girls over to begin with, but if you're covered in flea bites, and you truly held a bond because you just have each other at that point.
It's okay, it's okay.
I've also actually known Jess longer than people probably realize. As Mr. Vashon stated earlier, I met Jess, well, I've heard of Jess when Adam came home and we lived together here in Warrensburg, and he said, "Man, you will not believe how good looking and beautiful this new lifeguard is at the Warrensburg Country Club where he bartended." So I was excited for him. We talked. At discovering her age, I said, "You would not last long in prison." Be careful. But in all seriousness, they formed a great friendship then. And their paths went different ways. And who would have thought at that time they'd be sitting here today and they crossed back and they have a beautiful son together. And an amazing marriage. So it's funny how things work out. But back to Adam and why I'm here today. I thought long and hard about how to do this. I've never done it before. I even started to research what not to say, what to say. And I realized I didn't need any help with what to say. The hard part is defining 23 years of friendship into a short speech. It's just not possible. Obviously, thank God, 99% of the stuff I cannot talk about today with her family here. Although off the beaten path, I did find one quote, and I apologize to my wife for this, but it said, "The best marriage is between a blind wife and a deaf husband." And the more I thought about that, I'm not the brightest guy, and it may hold a lot of truth, and I urge you guys to think about that for a second. Nice. We all know why Adam is a lucky guy. He married up to a beautiful mother and a beautiful wife to Adam. But as a best man, my goal today is to tell Jess why she is lucky and why she is a lucky guy and the characteristics that Adam has, that they are both equally happy to have each other. And I think there's 4 things we can all agree in here that know Adam. He's kind-hearted.
Yes.
He's smart.
Yes.
He's loyal.
Cheers on that.
Yes. Cheers to that.
And he has a great sense of humor. And I'm going to prove all 4 of these statistics with a brief example.
Sorry. I was just trying to...
The first one we're going to start with is kind-hearted. And this goes back to me adopting a cat with Adam, which God knows why we did that. This is the only cat in history that actually downgraded in life from a kill shelter to the fraternity house. He was literally like the cat that said, "Don't pick me." But we picked him, and we named him Gizmo for God knows what reason. He used all his 9 lives in that house. But one night we came home from a night out, and Gizmo, I don't even know if it was a boy or girl, was panting very heavy and looking like he or she, I don't even know, is it he or she? She, for the sake of comment, was dying. And Adam's kind heart immediately sprung into action after being at the bars for 6 hours. He got on his computer like he does, and he Googled how to give a cat the Heimlich maneuver. And I'm kind of sitting there taking this all in and thinking, what in the hell is he doing? Well, this big heart immediately sprung into action. He realizes that what you do is you hold the cat by the tail upside down and you basically beat him. And as he's doing this, God bless him, the cat and I meet eyes, and the cat's kind of looking at me and saying, what is going on right now? And then I kind of take a pulse of the room, and I realize there's a lot of half-drenching and sevens in our room at that point. I realized the cat was having a party of his own elsewhere. And he was looking at me saying, I just want to go to sleep tonight. But that didn't stop kind-hearted Adam from doing everything he could to help Gizmo the cat that evening. Next characteristic is smart. Adam actually has, he wasn't the 4.0 student, but he has a photographic memory in all honesty, and he's very intelligent when it comes to computers. He knew my social security, my fake ID social security, and my credit card information, where he would quiz me before he would go out so I would know it. But my example tonight of his smartness came after something we call Breakfast of Champions, which basically should be called Breakfast for Complete Morons. It's in homecoming week when you go out the night before and the bars open at 7 a.m. It's basically, nothing good happens after midnight, nothing good happens after 10 a.m. on a Saturday after you go out the night prior. Well, Adam, being the smart man he is, decides around 10 or 11 it's time to hang it up, take a nap. So Adam grabs Jake Kriefel, who's not here tonight, but he is not the sharpest tool in the box, if you know. And he's going to take his two-block stroll back to our home. I say home, it was basically a teepee. I don't know how it's standing today, where we lived. And in Warrensburg, when we were, this was several years ago, MIPs, fake IDs, UIPs, which is urinating in public. As far as ATO is concerned, if you didn't have 2 or 3 of these, you weren't living life. So Adam, being the smart man he is, decides it's time to take a nap, so he grabs the worst possible guy to do that. And they start their 2-block home, which takes them 20 feet in front of the Warrensburg police station. So Adam grabs his open container, and he starts his walk back, being the smart man he is. And to this day, that is the easiest arrest in Warrensburg police history. They literally walked outside their front door, grabbed Adam, brought him in, and gave him an open container. So you are a lucky lady for that. Loyal. In all seriousness, Adam would give the shirt off his back and the last dollar in his pocket to me or his friends. And in all honesty, that's a hard character to find in anybody. And one night, again, common theme here, walking back from Pine Street to our teepee. We were, if you picture a dark alley, we literally lived off a dark alley. Adam and I were walking, minding our business, and these 2 gentlemen started to yell at us. And we were kind of unsure at the time if they were trying to be friends. That was a dumb reason to think, but we realized they were football players, and they didn't like us, A, because we weren't football players, and B, we were fraternity guys. So right there is a bad combination. Adam, being the loyal guy he is, stepped in front and walked up to them in front of me to protect his friend, to see what I'll say that, he might have just seen if they were our friends, but in all honesty, he was. He was stepping in front of me and walked about 50 yards in front of us, and I realized this is not good. Brett Hayes is in the room, and Mr. Bashan, you can attest to this. Adam's probably one of the most gifted hockey players and hardest hitters you'll ever find or ever see in ice hockey. We played hockey together, so he can hold his own for his size. But when I saw Adam go for the legs that night and did not succeed, I immediately realized the conversation was not nice, and I come up and I knew this was going to be a bad night. Let alone, long story short, Daniel Strader, where are you at? If you want to know what Warsaw Strong is, or what Country Strong, just talk to him or match with him. He saved the day that night, but it wasn't about the funny fight. It was about Adam stepping up in front of his friends, and the loyalty he shows, and it was a true test. The last is sense of humor, and every memory I have, the funniest moments I have, were with Adam. One comes to mind was the male strip club we sent them to in college when they were pledges, with a bunch of singles for a night out on the town. To when him and I rented full dog and cat costumes, not on Halloween, and scared people to the point where I remember one gentleman offering his food to us to leave him alone. But in all seriousness, sometimes I took things so seriously and he didn't, and it was a great balance. And because of that, I have the memories I have today. Believe it or not, we had memories that extended way beyond Pine Street and walking home. Memories from driving near Firebird to hockey games, to the dumb videos we made, to the Flea Amigos video that we aced in marketing. They're memories I'll cherish forever, and as we've grown older, I have 2 children, 2 beautiful daughters, 2 and 4, and Adam a son, and I live in Kansas City, and he lives in Florida. And there's no excuse involved, but a simple 5-minute conversation or a funny text feels like we didn't miss a beat. Your friendship has meant the world to me, and I'm a better person because of it. And I can only hope that my daughters find that bond with somebody as we have in their life. I like to kind of end with this. You know, as I've gotten older, and this has changed from 10 years ago, my definition of success and happiness has changed. It's not so much tangible things, the car you drive, the toys you have, the house you have. But as I was writing this, I realized Adam was driving a sports car to his house in the Gulf to walk past his pool to get on his new boat. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm writing this because I don't have those things, but this is my opinion only. I measure success in 3 ways. Number 1, you wake up and you do something you're passionate about. Number 2, you make health and faith your priority. And then number 3 is something that's pretty simple and awfully overlooked. You have a family that you're excited to come home to at the end of the day. Adam's always followed his heart and done what he's passionate about. If one thing didn't work out, you do another. A true entrepreneurial mindset. If he didn't look back, if it didn't work, he'd do something that he was passionate about. And not many people can say they do that. Adam's made health and Jessica's made health a priority. They opened a gym, and they've indirectly and directly affected a lot of members' lives because of that. I mean, after all, if you don't have your health, nothing really else matters at that point. But the last one, I feel like he was lacking. And I feel like Jess filled the missing puzzle piece to his happiness and family. And forever, I want to thank you for filling that void and giving him that home to come home to at the end of the day. So I'd like to close with a simple toast. If we could all raise our glasses, please. To Adam and Jess, to a lifetime of joy, love, and fulfillment. I love you guys.
Wow. Nice.